here we are, we've just arrived. The helicopter's dropped us off. We're here for 4 days. We're in the heart of the Kaimanawas. It's beautiful country. She's pretty steep and rugged, and I'll show you some in a minute. We get to stay in this hut behind us just here. Lovely little 4-bunk hut. It's got a pot-belly stove and all the mod cons basically, so I think we'll be pretty cozy. Come on in, I'll show you around. So check it out, this is home for the next 4 days. So we've got a nice little sink over there and bits and pieces, and it's all our junk, and a couple of bunks. We're looking pretty cool, and there's the pot-belly stove. And look at that, some good bugger's been in before us, left us a whole pile of wood. Can't really argue with that. So I think it's meant to be really cold tonight, so this should be pretty good. So there we go. So here we are, we thought we'd stop for a quick bite to eat. It's on a lovely river valley over some manuka. It's been quite hard work walking through all that, but a lot of fun. Seen lots of deer sign, heard a few animals, but didn't actually see any. But the wind's in our face now. It's coming from this direction. So heading back now, had a bit of a morning walk, saw a few animals, couldn't get close to them, heard a couple more. Tea tree was quite thick. We were down by the river flats, and tea tree was quite thick. We ended up coming up and over the hill, so quite a climb, about a 600 metre climb, something like that, so not huge, but took a bit. So heading back for a welcome lunch actually, and then we'll decide what we're going to do for the afternoon. So yeah, nice spot. Certainly plenty of game around. Just need a bit more luck to get onto them, I think. So plan such as it is. You can probably see that hill behind me up there. So trick is get up and over that hill. So I just popped out of the bush. There's a bit of a clearing. I don't know if you can see that. A clearing back there, straight through up there. The wind's coming straight down here. So I think I might just settle in here for a while and glass the edges. So I don't really want to walk through this clearing. I mean, I need to go back that way. That's where I want to go. But I want to give this clearing a bit of time. If I walk through it, I won't see anything. I'll scare it all away. It'll be in the edge. But you never know. One might come out. I just spend a half an hour here and eat another snack, see where we end up. Yeah, the good thing is we're out of the wind here. It might not look like it with these trees, but there's the howling gale blowing over my head. But yeah, we're in a nice hollow here, and the breeze is just coming straight down. So if there is anything down there, they're not gonna scent me. So we'll just wait a while and see if anything comes out. These sitting here and looking beats the head of those bloody hills. I'll tell you that for nothing. Man, those hills are mean. Well,
morning. Yeah, another nice day out there. Time to get out, hit the hills and make a plan. Or not.
So the plan this morning, it's a pretty cold morning this morning actually. Wind's blowing quite hard, it's coming from that way. So I'm going to head around the flats and I'm going to try climbing up to the top of some of these hills. Just reading the Hut logbook, there seems to be some people have had some success seeing animals up there. So we're going to go down there and then I'm going to grab some altitude and see how we get on. But yeah, bitterly cold this morning. I think it's about 1 degree at the moment, but surprisingly dry. Quite interesting that there's no dew on the ground. It's a very dry cold up to the site. So we're about 800 or 900 meters above sea level here, and I think that's probably why it's quite cool. But yeah, that's the plan. So let's get on with it. Check that out. Here I am pushing through bush that looks impenetrable to me, and clearly somebody's been here before. I mean, there's no trail, there's no path. I mean, have a look at that. It's just, well, it's just dense as, isn't it? You know. But there you go. And then you catch that. How does that work? So yeah, I'm definitely not alone out here, or I'm not treading in places no one's ever treaded before anyway. She's rugged country, certainly not for an old boy. Boy, might have been all right when 25 years ago, but either these hills are getting steeper or I'm getting older, one of the two. But either way, they're a lot harder to go up and a lot harder to go down. Still, I suppose if it was easy, yeah, who knows. So after bush bashing up a hill, I finally decided I was on a trail. And I could tell that because it was, well, there's the marker. Right there. How are you ever supposed to spot that is beyond me, but there you go. So I've just spent the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or so following what I thought was a deer. I could hear him moving through the bush, and I've been following him as well and moving through. It's pretty thick stuff. And he must have finally got wind of me, I think, because I heard him crash away. I saw a tree move, heard him crash away, but never really actually saw him. So I've just come over to the spot where I've seen the tree, and I found just a little bit of sign that he was here. This is where the tree was that moved, and I think he went basically through there. But just down on this stump here, look at that. So, bit of fur. Clearly wasn't my imagination. There actually was something here. But, yeah, I'd say he's long gone by now. Ah, well. Next time. Well, that's it for today. It's almost dark. You can't quite tell with the light, but probably another 10 minutes and she'll be pitch black. So, oh, it's a bit of a climb. So just heading back to the hut now, where hopefully get a fire going. Well, not hopefully, we will get a fire going, and some hot food, and settle in for a night of hot food, a couple of drinks, and probably telling a lot of lies to one another about how good we are, or not, as the case may be. So it's a great little hut, all the modern conveniences. We've even got a sink, which you can see here, because it's not in the hut, it's outside the hut. But yeah, great little sink, modern conveniences, great view. I mean, look at that. What a beautiful view, looking out over the area in front of the hut. We saw a few deer out there last night, so we're hoping we'll see a few deer this afternoon as well. There it is. That's the throne room. It's got a great view, which you can see while you're sitting there. no door, which may be an issue, but just your standard long drop, all good really. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if you can read that. It says in memory of Jimmy Marshall, 1953 to 1999. Good old Jimmy, he obviously liked it up here. Can't really blame him. I'll spin around in a second, I'll give you a shot of the view. It's just a wonderful shot. The river and the beautiful scenery. So it's got to be worse places to have your ashes scattered, I would have thought. North Island bush hunting in the middle of the Manuka. Can't beat it, can you? Well, that's another day done. It's pretty cold right now. Wind's coming straight into us. It's 5 degrees according to the thermometer. Well, the weather forecast for today is rain and pretty windy and generally pretty ugly. According to the chopper pilot, he can get to us before the worst of the weather. But we have, I think we've got a 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock pickup, something like that. But just yeah, looking outside the hut right now, I think we ought to get ready because I suspect he might try and get in here early because there's a fair bit of dirty weather out there. Mind you, that's what they invented raincoats for, isn't it? No such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. Well, that's the end of this trip. Bloody good trip it was too. Probably not in terms of the amount of animals we got, but we certainly had a really good walk around and a great time. There's animals down the bottom of the hill on the river flats, and we heard and saw a few up on top of the hill as well. So definitely a good place to come. But she's hard going in that Manuka, so you need to get out of the Manuka and into the beech forest. And we found a good place to do that as well. So good place to go, and a bloody good time was had by all. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and with a bit of luck, we'll see you on the next one, shall we?